Hi, thank you for visiting our channel. My name is Idema and I'm one of the trainers with Quick Learning School. The purpose of this video is to give you brief instructions on how to schedule your state licensing exam. And you can use these instructions for basically almost any insurance licensing exam that you're taking in the state of California. You can visit our website at quicklearningschool.com, and on the left side, scroll down to Career Resources. When you click on Career Resources, it'll take you to another page where you can click on Online Exam Information, Schedule Insurance Exam. You're going to click on that link, and that link will take you directly to PSI. PSI is the organization that the California Department of Insurance has contracted to administer all things insurance licensing exams type of thing. And so there's a list of all of the licensing exams that are available. And we're going to go through the ones that are mostly utilized by our students. We offer both insurance, pre-licensing for life, accident and health, and property and casualty and personal lines. And we have those classes available in person or online. And we have a study hall to help prepare you for the state licensing exam. So a couple of things to make sure that you have with you is, one, you want a valid email address, an email that you have access to, because that's how the Department of Insurance will communicate with you, and that's how PSI communicates with you. So you want to make sure you have an email address that you're going to check. The other thing you want to have with you is a credit card, because there is a fee for the license exam, and that's $98. There's also an option to pay an additional $15 to reschedule your exam up to 24 hours before your scheduled date. And I'll go over that with a little bit more details in a little bit in this video. You want to make sure you have your social security number and date of birth. And we're going to actually utilize the candidate information bulletin in order to go through. There's only so far we can get on the site without actually logging in and having an account. And so we'll go through the candidate information bulletin to help you go step by step on how to schedule your exam. Now, this is an interesting piece down here: prepare with practice tests with PSI online store. We've had students ask us about that. We've had students purchase it, and they have their own opinion and thoughts about it. Well, our thoughts about it is that the proctor who is administering the exam and offering practice tests, quite honestly, that's a bit of a conflict of interest. So I'm going to leave you to put the pieces together on that part. So let's proceed with view available tests. So these are basically a list. This is a list of all of the licensing exams available through the Department of Insurance through PSI. Now, I want to make a distinction here. If you just start scrolling down, you're going to notice at the beginning, California PSI site. At some point, you're going to hit CDI site. There's only one CDI site in the state, and that's in Los Angeles. And so if you're in Los Angeles and you want to take it at the CDI site, then scroll towards the bottom past the PSI. Notice the California PSI site, past that into the CDI sites. But for everyone else in the state, you're going to want to make sure that you schedule California PSI. So let's start at the very top here. So California PSI, notice how the PSI sites have an option for on-site testing, and they have multiple locations everywhere: San Diego, Santa Maria, Sacramento, Union City, San Francisco, Santa Clara, Santa Rosa, Walnut Creek. And so when you get to a certain part in scheduling your exam, you can put in your zip code or your city, and then it'll direct you to the closest site if you decide to do it on site. Another option for taking your exam is you can do it online proctored live, meaning that you can take your exam in the convenience of your own home, but you want to make sure that you have good internet, it's stable. You want to make sure that your computer works, meaning not just like working, you can log in. It works to the extent that the camera works, the audio works, and that you have the space where you won't be interrupted by family, friends, spouses, or kids, or pets, and anything that would disrupt you from taking the exam. So the first here listed is California Accident and Health or Sickness Exam. That's only one part of another license. So if you're one of our students, we have had students make errors before. We generally advise most of our students to get the 2-for-1. Take both the life with accident and health. It may be a longer exam, but you're paying one exam fee, one licensing fee, and you're getting the authority to offer both life insurance products, which includes annuities, fixed annuities more specifically, and accident and health or sickness products like your different health insurance plans and Medicare and long-term care and disability income and all the other ancillary benefits that might be available, like dental and vision. So you need your accident and health license for that. This exam is available in English and in Spanish. If we scroll further down, these are some other license exam types. The other license type is life. You can take this is the life exam Spanish. This gives you the authority for life only. So remember I said the 2-for-1. If you scroll further down, life, accident, and health or sickness exam. This is the exam that you want to schedule for. Like I said, 99% of our students, we generally advise get both. Now, if you already have a life only license, and of course, then you want the other half. And then if you have the accident health, and of course you want the other half, which is the life. And sometimes people will start their careers with getting half of it, but we don't advise that because at some point, especially if you're in the employee benefits world, you're going to add the other one at some point, or you need to add both. You need to have both. So life, accident, health, or sickness exam is both available in English and in Spanish, on-site or online proctored. The other exam that we train for is the property and casualty and personal lines. Personal lines gives you the authority to sell homeowners and auto, again, personal line products, right? And property and casualty exam. This is going to give you the 2-for-1 because it allows you the authority to sell personal lines and commercial lines. So again, go for that. If you're in you're doing the pre-licensing and you're in that licensing mode, you might as well get both. Now, of course, you can choose what you want to do, and we offer the personal lines if you want to do that, and then you can later go and get your property and casualty if you want to do it step by step. Now, you might say, like, well, what does property and casualty give you the authority to sell? Well, it gives you the authority to sell like a bunch of classes of insurance. The life and health is so much easier because it's only 2 classes, life and accident health. Property and casualty gives you the authority to sell a bunch of like 15 other classes of insurance, like auto, homeowners, dwelling, like you sell renters, inland marine, we go over all of that in class if you haven't taken the pre-licensing, or you would have already gone over all those different types of insurance products that you can offer property and casualty, like workers' compensation, surety bonds. What's another one I was thinking? Commercial crime, just a ton of other plans that you can offer under the property and casualty license. So once you've decided or you choose your exam, then you can click on that. There you go. And then in this example, right, it tells you about California life, accident, health, or sickness. The fee is $98. There's a retake fee of $98 if you don't pass the first time. And there's a $15 cancellation protection fee. This basically just gives you the option, if you can tell in the paragraph, this is an optional add-on to the testing fees, and this will just allow you to cancel up to 24 hours before the scheduled test date and time. So just keep in mind that you can reschedule your exam up to 2 business days prior to your exam date. So if you schedule and you lock in a date and then eventually you feel like, oh, I'm not ready for it, then you can still reschedule not 48 hours, 2 business days before the scheduled exam. These are some, in another video, we'll go over the difference between a live proctored exam where you go to the testing center, or if you decide to take the proctored exam remotely, meaning you do it in the convenience of your own home, your office. But let's go back to the candidate bulletin. Let's click on that. When you click on that, this will give you more details. So for those of you who are very detail oriented and want all of that information, and again, like you want to know everything about it, then about the exam and the requirements and all that, then you definitely want to download the candidate bulletin. And this will give you more details and more information. One of the other requirements to get your license in the state of California is, first, you've got to complete the pre-licensing requirement, right? So it may be either 52 hours or 32 hours, depending on the license type. And you need your fingerprints. So the first page of the bulletin addresses fingerprinting. You can get your fingerprints done at any time in the licensing process, meaning like it's not linear. You can do the pre-licensing, you can get your fingerprints, you can take the exam and then apply to get your license through CERCON. And then all of those 4 pieces of information are going to be matched together at CERCON, and then your license is issued. So if you want to start the licensing process with the background check, you can click on here and you can download the form with the instructions on getting your live scan fingerprint. So you have to go to live scan. You can just Google, if you click on the link here, it'll actually send you to a list of CERCON for live scan providers, Here are the table of contents, again, about the exam, security, if you need to make special arrangements, if you're late, it gives you all things about the exam is in the candidate bulletin. But the purpose of this video is to help you schedule your exam, which we do get lots of questions about. So again, you'll go to that homepage, that landing page from our website, or if you go to the description of the video, you'll find the link that'll take you directly there. Once you select your exam, right, then if you don't have an account or previously PSI before, then you're going to log in and register here. And you'll be prompted to create an account, put your information in here, first and last name. You're going to select the test format, whether you want to take it on site at a PSI testing center, or if you want to do it remote in the convenience of your own home. Then you're going to go in and you're going to put in, if you're going to schedule at a testing center, you're going to put in your city, your zip code, and it will take you to the nearest and show you what sites are closest to you. Then you can select and book a time based on availability for that location. And then you'll pay your $98 and you'll receive your confirmation. Now, if you want to do it proctored, then you'll schedule a time or book an appointment, and they'll show the availability for the date that you desire, and then you'll pay. And then they'll send you confirmation. So it's pretty easy. And then once you have your confirmation and your exam is scheduled, then in order to go back, right, when you're ready to take your exam, then you can go back to you'll log into your account, and then you can launch the exam within 30 minutes of booking your test. So I would pick up a scheduled time that you want to start, and then put 30 minutes before on your schedule to know that you can log in. And then it's time to prepare, right? You don't want to show up on the time that you're scheduled to take your test. And let me tell you why. Because mentally and subconsciously, again, we want to practice best test taking practices. So you want to be calm and you want to be prepared, and you don't want to feel like the pressure of like, oh, my exam's supposed to start at 1 and it's 1 o'clock and it hasn't started yet. No, it starts at 1. You show up at 12:30, and then you start to log in to make sure that you're able to connect to the internet, so that if you need to troubleshoot, or if there's any connection issues or anything like that, then you'll have the time to do it and you can still keep calm while you're taking your test. It's not unheard of for technical issues to take place while you're taking your exam. So it's really important that if you are taking your exam remotely, that you just be aware that sometimes the unexpected will happen, and that you may need to troubleshoot. So here's the part I want to go ahead and rescheduling your exam, right? In order to retest, you must re-register from the steps for registration and then schedule as outlined earlier. So you can reschedule over the internet by logging into your account. You can call by telephone. I don't know who uses mail these days, so I won't even talk about that. Let's see, where is the rescheduling though? There is a limit on how many times you can take your exam. And so there is a 10-time limit. And believe it or not, I've had students who are like bumping right up against those 10. And so, and they didn't come to us at the beginning. They went somewhere else, or they took the pre-licensing and then they wait months. You do have 3 years to take your licensing exam from completing the pre-licensing. But check it out here, canceling an examination. You may cancel and reschedule an exam appointment without forfeiting your fee if you cancel at least 2 business days before the scheduled exam. And there's a phone number here, 833, or use the PSI website, and the same website that we just covered there. So I hope this helps you in scheduling your exam. There's another video coming soon in regards to remote versus on-site. And thank you for your time and your attention. Please, if you felt like this was helpful, please share with your friends who are going through the licensing process. If you want to give us some feedback, I'd be happy to get, I'm always open to feedback. So leave a comment below, or you can give us a call if you need more assistance or if you have any other questions. Remember, we offer exam preparation for both the life only, accident and health, personal lines, property and casualty, and best wishes. And I hope you pass your exam the first time, if not the next time. Thank you.